Gonna be reacting on like the Christians that are being murdered in Nigeria. I am not perfect. I would be totally honest with you all guys. I just bringing forth awareness because it have some people putting their step forward, their best step forward to worship God, while some, you know, fluctuate time to time. But these things, hopefully, these things would make us serious, make us get serious, and actually have like a big impact on our lives. You know, so I am ready to start. I am ready to start, man. No, I'm not going to watch this one. I watched this one last night. I don't know why I say that, but I'll cut that out. But yeah, so let me see Nicki. Let me see Nicki first.
The superstar used her platform to call out the world's failure to defend religious liberty. She's now backing President Trump's efforts to address violence against Christians in Nigeria. Let's just take a listen to what she said.
Faith is under attack in way too many places. In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes.
Let me tell you something. I'll be totally honest. No, it's not really like a fan of this lady. Not a fan of this lady. But I must say that this is a very bold move. Bold step because like many artists, they ain't coming out and doing stuff like this. Just to make it clear, they are not doing stuff. And I am from Trinidad and Tobago, where this lady is from here. This Nicki Minaj is from Trinidad and Tobago. So shout out to Nicki for that bold step because Christ is the beginning and the end. And I am very proud and also very, very grateful that she made this step. I continue.
And killed. Churches have been burned. Families have been torn apart. And entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray.
Credit to Nicki Minaj. Esther, why is Nicki Minaj one of the few celebrities actually speaking out on this issue?
Because surprisingly, she's one of the few celebrities with the moral compass. And she's picked up on a story that has been largely ignored by much of the Western media. I mean, this year alone, 7,000 Christians in Nigeria have been murdered. Since 2010, you had tens of thousands of churches that have been burnt or attacked. You have whole dioceses in certain parts of the country that are being brutally slaughtered on a daily basis. And for her to say this and to actually give credit to President Trump for highlighting this, it's cost her, I believe, on recent estimates, 100,000 followers.
Wow.
But I think what she's gaining is a...
If you could, that's the start and already walk right in. You lose 100,000 followers by addressing barbaric acts. By addressing barbaric acts. Nonsensical. Non-justifiable. Barbaric acts. What is world coming to? You lose 100,000 followers by addressing barbaric acts. I don't know, but in the end times, just saying that make me wanna just like, it just make me got raw, like riled up. Because how evil you have to be to support something like that.
lot more, which is obviously putting attention on this critical issue. And you don't really hear about the persecution of Christians and being taken that seriously. I mean, the number that we just heard quoted, 7,000 killed in Nigeria so far this year, that's the highest number of Christians killed.
7,000 is a lot. 7,000 is a lot. 500 is a lot. You know I know it's a lot? Give somebody $100. If it's not a lot of money and it cannot do as much for them, they would give it away. Give a person $7,000 and see what they do with it. 7,000 is a lot. 7,000. 1,007 times is a lot, bro.
Anywhere in the world combined. So it's clearly a massive issue that's being carried out by Islamist groups like Boko Haram and Fulani herdsmen, and yet no one is speaking about it, because if you have to praise Donald Trump for actually, bringing attention to this, you'd rather stay silent in the
Hey, let me know something. Donald Trump might be the best guy, but I respect him for this, I respect him. He might be the best dude, but I respect him. Because he shed light to this, And as a Trinidadian saying I respect Donald Trump, like right now, is really, like we in a crazy time right now, because, Venezuela want to hit Trinidad because of Donald using our land for, to monitor the Venice, and, any day they could hit us. So saying that I respect him for this move is really wild, but that's a whole next topic. But I at least he acknowledged something that needs to be acknowledged.
The corridors of Hollywood and protect your fickle fan base than actually draw attention to a real crisis and a real tragedy.
I mean, what does it say about the 100,000 followers that stopped following Nicki Minaj when she was highlighting violence against Christians in Nigeria? I mean, Nick, what do you make of that?
I think it's unfortunately indicative of what we see on the left in a lot of these conversations these days. And for some reason, the left has decided that there's virtue in weakness. And because they perceive that Christians are in the majority in the Western world, they can't conceive that potentially Christians in Africa or, Jews in the Middle East could potentially be the victims of their circumstance. So I give Nicki Minaj, a ton of credit for speaking out. I hope she continues.
Bro, a whole lot of credit, bro. I give Nicki Minaj a whole lot of credit, and my sim. You get credit in every way just for this move, because of the person you are saying this. Like, majority of the celebrities wouldn't even dare say something like this. And they got the chance to say stuff like this and they didn't. For example, DJ Khaled. Palestine going through a lot and he didn't say one word. Because he want to stay eating. He want to keep eating. He don't want to fumble the bag. And other celebrities that I don't really know about right now, but bro. Nicki Minaj, I respect you. Respect.
To do it. I hope she inspires others to speak out. But it's a really sad day when it takes, a Hollywood rapper to speak out, to bring light to something, when, there's a whole foreign policy establishment at the United Nations that exists theoretically to bring attention to situations just like this and put it to a stop.
Signal principal and pollster Nick Weinstein and writer and broadcaster Esther Kraku, thank you both so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.